This week, Australian government released its 2020-21 budget, and there are some things that are really important for international students to know about. So in this video, we are going to give you a quick update regarding that. Let's get started. Now, the first important update is regarding international borders opening dates. So this week has been really big in Australia because Australia released its first budget after the COVID-19 pandemic. Obviously, COVID-19 pandemic has clearly impacted Australian economy, and Australian government is trying to do their best to recover its economy to the pre-COVID levels. So there are a lot of measures that has been taken to make sure that the economy is recovering over the next few years. Obviously, it will take time to recover, but it's a positive start. Now, regarding international borders, Australian Treasury, which usually works and creates Australian budget, estimated that Australian international borders could reopen in the later part of 2021. It is assumed that international students and other permanent migrants could be gradually coming back in the later half of 2021, with small phased pilot programs for international students starting at the end of 2020. So basically, government will start rolling out some pilot programs to bring international students at the end of this year itself. But it's also been reported that the better health outcomes in trading partners of Australia and some successful implementation of these pilot programs could see international students returning earlier than the plan. An Australian Prime Minister have further added that Australia would reopen its border as soon as it is safe to do so. But clearly he didn't give any particular timeline. Now, in the budget, Treasury also came up with the best case scenario and the worst case scenario for the border closures in Australia. The best case scenario is large number of international students will come back from the 1st of July 2021 with COVID-19 infections under control and the vaccine is rolled out. And the worst case is there is a breakout of infections of COVID-19 around Australia in different parts, which will specifically mean more strict implementations like lockdowns measures, and which could mean delay in the arrival of international students. Now, please note that these are just assumptions made in the budget. For every year, government made these plans, made these estimations based on the data available. It doesn't mean it's a fixed timeline for international students to return to Australia. Obviously, it's clear that they are planning to run some pilot programs at the end of this year itself, but obviously government has come up with these estimations for budget purposes. It's Australian government's priority to make sure the people in Australia are looked after first and they are safe. They don't want to see the number of breakouts again increasing in any other part of Australia like it happened in Melbourne. Again, we have to be very clear on this, that this is just an estimation, not a fixed timeline. So it's not dead in stone that these dates are strict as it's mentioned in the budget. Now, the second update is regarding allocation of migration program. Now, every year, Australian government release the number of specific spots available in their migration program. And this year, the total number of migration spots are similar or equivalent to as planned earlier. So the total number of migration cap is still sitting at 160,000 places. So that's a good news to start with. But there are some changes in regards to the distribution of these 160,000 places. Now, if you see this table, the total migration cap is still sitting at 160,000 places, which is similar to 2019-20, but there is a changes in the amount of people who will be getting visas in different streams. If you see the skills stream section, majority of the categories has been reduced, and only thing that has got, kind of a winner from here, it's a global talent, which has kind of tripled in the next financial year. So if you see the family stream, the partner visa is a clear winner. So a preference has been given to specific categories, which is global talent and partner visas. As per the news, there's a lot of backlog in regards to partner visas, so Australian government is trying to clear that up in this financial year. Obviously, these are planned till 30th of June 2021, and the numbers will usually change in the next financial year. And the last update is regarding partner visa applicants. So from the next year, people who are coming to Australia on a partner visa will need to meet English language requirements. So what it means that both applicant and sponsor will require to demonstrate a functional English level, or at least make a reasonable effort to learn English. And here reasonable effort means around 500 hours of free English classes that you need to attend. Now government has not defined what does the functional English means, but when it comes to the level of testing systems, for example IELTS, it means 4.5 scores overall or 30 in PTE tests. This test also applies to the applicant's spouse if they are Australia's permanent resident. And the government's reasoning behind it is that it will be better for the person who's coming into Australia if they have at least a functional English. It will help them to settle better into Australian community, easier for them to find jobs in Australia and accessing services in Australia. So these were the 3 updates we wanted to discuss with you in regards to the budget 2021 in Australia. Hope you find some value in this video. Please let us know your thoughts about these updates in the comment section below. We'll look forward to that. And thank you for watching. See you in the next one.